Jasmine Washington, web editor at JuicyMagOnline.com, and I'm here today with Love and Hip Hop Hollywood's Hazel E.
Hello.
This week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was crazy. We saw that your friendship with Masika took a turn for the worse because you found out that she was getting a little too close with Berg. How did you feel about that?
I mean, I just feel like Masika violated the girl code. I mean, you know, how are you gonna talk to me about a dude and tell me how bad he's for me and he's a nasty Berg habit, and then all of a sudden you try to hop on the nasty Berg habit? I was just really confused and disappointed.
You said that you and Masika were friends. You know, you guys were like building a friendship with each other. What was your relationship like with her coming into the show?
When I had talked to Mona, I thought that Masika would be a good look to put on the show, because I was like, she's drama, she's funny. So, you know, me bringing her into the show, I thought she would probably be loyal to me because I got you a job. But, you know, like I say, she's a by any means necessary kind of chick.
Okay, well, you just mentioned that you helped Masika get on the show, and when we talked the last time, we talked about how you had a really big role in putting together the cast for the show. Can you touch back on that?
I had that vision of like, yo, I really wish Love and Hip Hop would come to Hollywood. Like, there's so much going on out here. Like, maybe if I write this thing up and present it to somebody at Mona's team or VH1, maybe they'll bring it here. And I did just that. Teairra was definitely a part of it when I brought it to her, because I was like, we can kind of center around you since you were already on the one from New York. And I just started putting a little profile together. If these are the people that I know would be interested. Berg was in it, Masika was in it, Sincere was in it, you know, and we took it there and it started happening. So yes, when I say that I put you on the show, I did it.
Gotcha. And you mentioned your friendship with Teairra Marie. So far this season, it's like you guys have been on like a roller coaster. You're friends and you're not friends and you're friends. So what's the status of your relationship with Teairra like now?
Now, there's no status. There's no status.
Gotcha. You have a song called Frenemies?
Yeah.
How has your situation with Masika and Teairra played a role in your new music? Because it seems like everyone you thought was your friend is kind of like turning on you now. So how has that influenced you?
I mean, I swear sometimes like I can predict the future, because I wrote Frenemy 4 years ago. And, you know, it just became relevant again because that's what these girls, like that's what she did. Teairra is like, I know you can't be that desperate for a record. Or maybe you are, you know what I'm saying? I guess, like I said, these chicks will do anything for 5 minutes of fame.
Do you feel like Teairra slept with Berg to get her album? Well, her single?
I mean, knowing Teairra, I wouldn't put anything past her.
Interesting. A couple of weeks ago on your Instagram, you were showing off your new boo, Mr. Chet. How's things going with that?
My new boo, Chet. Chet's amazing. He's still amazing. Like, he's a great guy and he's a good friend to me, and we have fun, and he keeps me sane. That's what I will say. Definitely keeps me sane.
Do you think he'll be making an appearance on the upcoming season if it gets picked up for season 2?
I would never let him come on the show.
Why not?
I
think people would like to see the dynamic of your relationship.
They would love to see Tom Hanks on TV. Like, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? He's hot, and I feel like me being on this show this season, putting personal things out there, it seemed like everything failed. So this is something that's new and fresh that makes me happy right now. I don't know if I want to turn it all the way over to, TV yet. Like,
well, touching back on your situation with Berg, now that you get to see everything play out on TV, do you feel a little differently about how you felt about your relationship with him? Like, maybe we weren't really together. Now that I see this, it's like what he's saying.
I mean, I never felt like we were really together in the season. I felt like we were working on trying to be together. That's what the conversation was when I went into the studio, was let's work on trying to be a better us and see where this goes, because it's always just been random hookups, random job ventures we've done together, random music making. So I never thought like he was my man. But I also feel like, I think any woman that is spending time with the guy, being intimate with the guy, he's pillow talking her, is definitely going to feel some sort of attachment to him. Whether he's claiming her as his girlfriend or not, that's your boo, you know? And when I figured out that he wasn't, just wasn't respecting me at all, I was over it.
A lot of times guys have the saying bros before hoes. Do you feel like you could ever rekindle your friendships with Masika or Teairra, even though they've betrayed you by working with him and being with him?
No, I mean, once a person shows you who they are once, you gotta believe them. So I would never have those two in my circles ever again.
Well, what's next for Hazel?
I have a hair collection coming out. Everybody loves the blonde, you know what I'm saying, hair. So we got the Hazel E hair coming out. I mean, I got records. I have my new record on iTunes now, you know. It was in the 2nd episode. And I'm about to drop my other single called Everything, and we're about to put the video out. So I'm really grinding out here on this music stuff, and I'm handling my business. I own Girl Code Incorporated, so you can check for my branding and modeling company coming out. That's popping, and that's why the Girl Code's talked about so much on the show, because I own it.
Wow, that's a nice way to end everything. She owns it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Jasmine Washington, and this is Hazel E, and you're watching JuicyMagOnline.com.
Are you my friend? Enemy? Frenemy?
What's up, everyone? It's your girl Hazel E, baby, from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, and you're watching JuicyMagOnline.com.